Hi friends, welcome to Swati Surbhi Astro. Hope you all are doing well nowadays. Friends, today in this video, I am going to be talking about difficult placements in Vedic Astrology. I would be discussing 3 difficult placements of Vedic Astrology which can lead to the dilution of the auspiciousness of many of the Raj Yogas which are already present in your main birth chart. So in a way, I am going to be talking about the Rajbhanga Yoga in Vedic Astrology. Now this is a unique concept which I have modified according to my own research, and this concept is a very unique one because few people have talked about it in the past. So first I will be telling you how this Rajbhang manifests itself into someone's life. Now there are 3 ways in which this Rajbhang manifests itself into someone's life. The first way is through our actions, the second way is through our words, and the third way is through some of the difficult placements which are already present in our main birth chart but which we are unaware about till now. So let me reveal each of these 3 methods in this video of mine. So the first method is through our actions. Now, through our actions, what I mean, whenever we disrespect our parents, whenever we disrespect our father and mother, both or even either of them, then we are diluting the auspiciousness of our main birth chart indirectly. You know why? Because we are making our sun and moon weak by doing so. And sun and moon are 2 most important planets in Vedic astrology. Sun is the karka for fame and father in Vedic astrology. Moon is the karka for mind and mother in Vedic astrology. So making sun and moon weak is the worst thing that we can do for ourselves. If we practice Vedic astrology, then we should never do so. So that is why we should never hurt the sentiments of our parents, and we should always try to follow their advice. We should always try to make them happy in order to strengthen sun and moon in our birth charts, and in order to fully get the results of the many Raj Yogas which are present or which might be present in our birth chart. Now the second method through which this Rajbhang can manifest itself into someone's life is through our speech or through our words. Now by this what I mean, whenever we talk harshly to the poor and the needy people, or even to those who are serving us in one way or the other, then we are kind of indirectly making the planet Saturn weak in our birth chart. Now Saturn is a very important planet for us. Saturn wants us to be just and ethical in our approach. Saturn wants us to be disciplined in our life. Saturn wants us to be good to the poor and the needy and even to the old people. Saturn represents old people. Saturn represents the labor class. So whenever we are hurting the significations which are represented by the planet Saturn, we kind of make Saturn malefic for us. And whenever Saturn turns malefic for us, then so many adverse consequences can happen with us. We can get adverse results in our career. We can get adverse results in our profession. Why? Because Saturn is a natural ruler of the 10th zodiac sign, which is Capricorn. And the 10th sign or the 10th house in our birth chart represents our career. It shows our profession. That is why we should never hurt the significations represented by the planet Saturn. It is one of the most important planets for us. So this is the second method in which this Rajbhang can manifest itself into someone's life. Now the third method is very interesting, because in this third method I am going to be telling you about 3 difficult placements which, if existing in our main birth chart, then they can dilute the auspiciousness of the many Raj Yogas which might otherwise be present in our birth chart. So let us talk about these 3 difficult placements one by one. Now the first difficult placement which I am going to be talking about is the Kemadruma Dosha. So whenever moon is lonely in your main birth chart, or if there is no planet other than Sun, Rahu and Ketu placed on either side of moon in your main birth chart, then it shows that this Kemadruma Dosha is being formed in your main birth chart. Also, you need to check if there is any planet placed in quadrant houses from the moon. If there is no planet placed in 1st, 4th, 7th or 10th houses from the moon, then it means that this Kemadruma Dosha is not even getting cancelled for you. So then the results of this dosha can be even more in your life. You can feel lonely in your life. You can feel sad or depressed at little things. You may not be able to take failure sportingly in your life. And you may not be able to apply your mind in the correct direction. So these kind of results can be expected if you have this difficult placement in your main birth chart. Now, what can be the solution or what can be the remedy for this? So one simple remedy could be that you should drink a lot of water. You should drink at least 10 glasses of water a day, and that too in a silver utensil or in a silver glass. So when you do so, you kind of give strength to your moon. And also you should always keep your mother happy, because moon is the karka for mother in astrology. So when you do these two things, then these two are very simple and very effective remedies to make your moon strong in your birth chart. And when you make your moon strong, then your mind automatically becomes strong. And when your mind becomes strong, then this Kemadruma dosha cannot harm you so much. So do try this remedy if you have this difficult placement in your birth chart, and let me know how well it works. Now, the second difficult placement which I would be mentioning about is a very interesting one indeed, because it is formed when someone has 3 or more than 3 exalted planets in the birth chart without any debilitated planet. So if you have 3 or more than 3 exalted planets in your birth chart without having a single debilitated planet, then it shows that you can become very egoistic by nature. You can have problems in learning from others. You can even have problems in learning from your own mistakes. You can lack the capacity to learn from your own experiences in your life. So that is why this placement is so difficult. Some people, they become so happy that they have 3 or more exalted planets. But the reality is so different. Like, I have done a lot of research on this topic, and I have found that having 3 or more than 3 exalted planets without having a single debilitated planet can give adverse results into someone's life. Also, such a person is also not able to apply his or her mind correctly, because his or her learning stops. And when learning stops, improvement stops. So that is why this is a very difficult placement. Now, if you are having this, then what can be done by you to utilize this placement in a better manner? So you should try to learn something new each and every day. You should try to solve puzzles. You should try solving crosswords each and every day. On a daily basis, you need to do this. And when you do this over a long duration of time, say for 1 year or 2 years, then you can see considerable positive changes happening with you in your life. And then this placement of 3 exalted planets, 3 or more exalted planets, without having a single debilitated planet, cannot harm you so much. So do try this remedy, do follow this advice of mine, and then you can let me know how well it worked for you. Now, the third difficult placement is with regard to the placement of the planet Jupiter. Whenever Jupiter is placed in the first house of anyone's birth chart, and if this Jupiter being placed in the first house is severely afflicted by Saturn, Mars, Rahu or Ketu by way of conjunction or by way of aspect, but the affliction should be very severe in nature, like within 4 degrees it should be afflicted by way of conjunction or by way of aspect. If it is so, then this is the third kind of difficult placement which I was talking about, which leads to the dilution of many of the Raj Yogas which are present in the birth chart, and this is one of my research findings. Such a person tends to be very egoistic by nature, and such a person can also be lazy by nature, and such a person also finds it hard to improve upon his work area, to improve upon his personality in general. So this is one of the difficult placements. Now, one of the easy solutions or one of the remedies for this placement would be that such a person should curb down his or her ego and should try to stay grounded as much as possible. He or she should also practice the meditation technique and should meditate on a daily basis if possible in order to maintain a peaceful state of mind. And also he or she should adopt a letting go attitude in his or her life. Like, he or she should not have the tendency to hold grudges for a very long duration of time. So by following these advices and by following these remedies, one can make the best use of this difficult placement as well in his or her chart. So do try this out if you have this difficult placement in your main birth chart, and let me know how well it worked. So friends, that is all in this video. I hope you all gained even some little knowledge through this video. If you all did like this video, this was a unique concept related video. So please do share it with your friends and other family members. And please do subscribe my channel. The name of my channel is Swati Surbhi Astro. I would keep coming up with more such interesting content in the future too. Stay blessed and stay happy. Thank you.